You're listening to the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce and tech news, presented by Sumo Heavy. Here's your host, Bart Mraz.
This is the E-Commerce Minute for October 30th, 2017. Under Armour launches subscription box.
Sportswear company Under Armour is getting into the subscription box game. It's called ArmourBox, and it's a subscription service that sends customers items either every month, 2 months, or 3 months, according to the subscriber's wishes. The shipments are based on a profile he or she has created indicating personal preferences regarding sports activities and style. That information then guides how a stylist called an official outfitter will pick the 4 to 6 pieces of Under Armour merchandise that will be sent to the customer. Upon signing up, you submit details like gender, fitness goals, work, lifestyle, activities, style preferences, and size. Upon receiving the box, you get a week to decide what you wish to keep and what you wish to send back at no additional cost. If you decide to keep the whole box, you get a 20% discount, which is similar to the incentives of what other box companies like Stitch Fix do. Each box comes with 4 to 6 items, including shoes. UA's box effort comes as other companies like Gap try to emulate the sub-box success of Stitch Fix, whose sales have hit $1 billion and are looking to go public. Under Armour recently cut 2% of its workforce and lowered its sales growth forecast, adding to the pressure to have initiatives like this subscription box be a hit. And realistically, we have to consider how much appetite there is for this kind of service. Being that it's in a non-fashion space, there's less emphasis on needing new styles so quickly and even less need for so-called expert advice beyond the first shipment. You can get more info or sign up for the ArmourBox at underarmour.com/ArmourBox.
Oh, another box.
Another box. So the reason I picked this little gem to report on because I think we've reached peak subscription box.
Yeah, I think we're beyond that. I mean, Stitch Fix is kind of cool. It's interesting they're so big. They do want to go public, which is, I don't know. I definitely have used some of the stuff. I don't know if Under is the right thing for Under Armour. I mean, they've dropped off a little bit from what I know in the space. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah,
well, that's the only reason that I picked this because their brand, I guess the brand cachet has dropped a little bit. They've cut their workforce, their sales are down. And there was an interesting survey that I saw on CNBC last week that they surveyed 6,000 teenagers and they consider Under Armour an old brand, which is not a good sign because you want the teenagers to be engaged with the brand. They don't care so much about the guys that are 50, 60 years old that like to dress like retired gym teachers.
Yeah, it's interesting because Nike and Adidas and those guys still have a big market share, right? Like they're still the hugest. So Under Armour tried all it all, and it's just not a thing. I mean, Under Armour is always going to be a gym thing, and they've made great clothing for that kind of stuff, but not sure this is the right way to go.
Yeah. I mean, what they're really going to – I think this really is, and I think you speak this a little better, it's more of a data play. It's getting data on their customers and finding out what makes their customers tick. That's what made Stitch Fix such a success because they were able to leverage their algorithms and be more accurate. I know – and I'll go back to this again. My girlfriend tried Stitch Fix. It was a little spendy, but I'll tell you what, they nailed it. They really nailed it. So, but here again, I'm skeptical because how many different styles do you have of Under Armour? Everything's going to have an Under Armour logo on it. It's all going to be workout gear. There's not that much differentiation between, a pair of shorts and a T-shirt and some sneakers.
Yeah, you just play with a color or pattern on it, but it's the same thing, right? It's not going to be like fashion.
It's the same thing. Okay, so. The person who this is for someone who like runs, who needs like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes. But even then, it's like, but even then, it's like you get after 3 months, you're like, okay, enough, So then you'd have to tailor it and then say, okay, you send it to me every 6 months. Yeah, how much, what are they going to get out of this?
Yeah, I think we're poo-pooing this one.
I think we're getting a little thumbs down on this one. All right, that's our dog. She's signaling the end of the show.
Be good about it.
It's time to wrap it up. Got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. That's your E-Commerce Minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today. If you like the show, make sure you add us as a favorite and share this with your friends. Please follow us on social media at Sumo Heavy. And finally, if you've got a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, call us on Anchor. Until next time, we'll see you on the next E-Commerce Minute.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.